actually make sure. I'm going to show you how to take your contacts from really wherever and put them on labels. This is something that I personally get asked relatively frequently from the team, or sorry, from our agents. And I know our team gets the question as well. So I wanted to show you the easiest, like, personal way to get your contacts onto labels. Now, again, it requires a couple of steps, obviously, and so it's not like boom, boom, it's done, but it is relatively user-friendly if you follow the steps. So the main things you're going to need are your contacts saved somewhere. So I have them saved here in a Google contact sheet. Now, this is a made up list. This is a lot of the people from BlueSync, as you guys can tell. Whoops, that was a big group. But I also just added fake addresses to them over here. So, I just 123 Main Street in Holland. So you can use it in a Google sheet, or you can have them in an Excel file, either or. So, whoops, yeah, of course, this gosh darn field is messing with me here. So I've got them here. I also have them down here in a CSV file. I'll show you that real quickly here, right here. So name, email, and then I've got the fake, address over there, the Holland, Michigan, 123 Main Street. So the first step is getting these contacts somewhere. Now, if you have your contacts in Google Contacts, that's going to be one of the easiest ways. Well, this thing is really messing with me here, to mess around with this. So in order to do that, you can go to Contacts in Google. So I'm literally just in Google Contacts right now. And if you go down here to the left, it says Export. So I can click Export, and you can see the first thing it gives me right there is a Google CSV. So I want to do that. I'm going to click Export. So already it's down there. I have this file. Let me bring it up and I'll show you guys real quickly here, because there's one step. So this is the CSV that I just got from Google Contacts. Now, what you're going to notice is that there are a lot of fields here, right? Google has a lot of fields that you can potentially use when you're adding a contact. I mean, you can see it goes on and on and on and on. My recommendation for things to be as easy as possible is to clean this up before you try to import anything. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all of these things here. And in fact, I'm going to start by deleting the given name field, and I'm going to click Shift on my keyboard, and I'm just going to go all the way to U over here, and see how it just highlighted everything. I'm just going to delete those. And I'm going to do that a couple of times. So I'm going to keep the name. I'm going to delete some of that info. So you just want to delete the fields that are not important to where you're going. So I'm not going to waste our time going through every single one, because I have already done that to here. I deleted all of the fields that I don't need and have narrowed it down to just name, email, street address, city and state, and zip code. So, it's straightforward, especially when I'm printing labels. This is what I'm going to use. Now, obviously, or chances are on your labels, you're not going to put someone's email, but that's okay. I'm going to show you either way. Actually, I kept that there on purpose. So the first step is getting your contacts into a CSV, which I did down there. Now, I also have them here, like I said, in Google Contacts. There are multiple ways you can do this. I have the exact same information here. So the email, the street address, the city, the state, the zip code. I'm just going to delete this one here so it's out of the way. You go name, email, city, street, city, zip. So I put it in two places just for safety. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. So step one, get your CSV file of your contacts and clean it up. Step two is that there is a program that we're going to use called Avery. Now, I know that some of our agents know about this because I know that they've used it. But and I'm going to put this, of course, it'll be in Blue Matters Monday. It will be on the, I'll maybe even put it in the Gmail Square, the G Suite Square on Schmidt Resources. It will be in the YouTube description for this video, but avery.com/templates. This is a company or a software or a site that partners with Google to help create templates for really any sort of label. Now, we're going to use them, of course, for address and shipping labels, but you can see they have a lot of different things here. You can print labels. I've seen some of our agents do wine bottle gifts. I've seen them do, you put labels on really anything, name badges, they have all these different shapes, ideas, things that you can do here. So you're going to go to avery.com/templates, And then it is going to ask you to create an account. My silly mouse is being weird. So you can create a free account. I've already done that, but with my work stuff. And you don't need to sign up for their newsletters or anything like that. You just need to create a little account. And now I'm signed in. So what I'm going to do now is create my shipping labels. So I'm going to go down here to address and shipping labels. Now what's cool, actually, no, of course I did that wrong. I'm going to go back to templates here. And I'm going to instead, because this is a little bit easier, I'm going to go up here and go to projects because I think it will allow me, here we go, start a new project. So here we go. This is where you can print your labels. Now, I'll fast forward to the end. You're going to have two options here, guys. You can print the labels yourself in your house, as long as you have the paper to do that, right? You go to Best Buy, I don't know why Best Buy, you go to Staples or probably even Meijer and you just get some label paper. You can pop that right into your printer and print them at home. You can also order them through their site and they have a bunch of cool other things you can do. This very top one is the one that we're going to want to use. This is the bog standard size, normal peel and stick address labels. So I'm going to select this template. And then from here, you've got a bunch of different templates. Now, if we're just going to do your normal one, right? I literally, JD, I want their name, their address, and their city, state, and zip. You're just going to click this blank template here. However, if you scroll down, you're going to see they have a bunch of other options that you can use for addresses, for other things. They've got cool little photos you can put next to it. So you have tons and tons of options that you can choose here in order to create some cool labels, but we're just going to go with the blank one. Select this design. So here's the blank label. There's really one more step, guys, and then you're ready to print. So again, to kind of summarize so far, we have our contacts in our CSV. We've gone into Avery and chosen the label we want to use. And now what we want to do is go over here to the left. And again, we're going to have the directions and everything for this. It says import data, mail merge. It's got a little chart right here. Import data, mail merge. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click start import. Basically, what this is going to do is allow me to choose my spreadsheet, my file, whatever I want to use, and import them into these sheets. So from here, I can browse for my file, meaning I can choose that CSV that I have already created that we were looking at earlier. Or if I have them in a Google Sheet, I can click on Google Drive, and it's going to be literally the most recent thing right here. BlueSync contacts. The reason I show both of these is because some of our agents already have Google Sheets. Some of our agents already have CSV files. So I want to show you that there are multiple ways to do this so that you're able to go in and assist them in showing them the easiest way to do it. So I chose my spreadsheet, and now it's going to tell us, okay, what do you want us to import? So like I said, I kept the email values here because I want to show you how to uncheck something. I don't want these emails to come in, right? I don't want those as information on my labels. So I'm just going to uncheck that entire row right there. And then I'm also going to uncheck this first row, or that was a column, this is a row, because I don't need a label that says name, street address, city, and state. I need one that starts with Abby Smith, 123 Main Street, Holland, Michigan. So you see I've selected what I need, the information I need, which is literally name and address. And I'm going to go to next. And then the last step is basically, how do you want these arranged? Now, I'm going to arrange them like a normal address label. So I'm going to double click name. I'm going to double click, or I'm going to drag over street address because I want those to be next to each other. And then I'm going to do city and state. And then after that, I'm going to drag next to city and state, the zip code. So as you guys can see, I'm just making a normal label, Abby Smith, street, city, state, and zip code. Last step is click next, and then you're just going to click finish here. And what's going to happen now is they're going to import that entire spreadsheet into individual labels. So as I scroll, I mean, I'm not going to scroll page by page because that's going to take, hey, there's Carrie, a long time. All of my contacts are now in individual labels, one by one by one. Instead of having to add and type them normally, they're all there. And then if I want to, I can mess around with this. I can drag it down a little bit. I can highlight it and, center it because I like mine to all be centered. I'm kind of playing, I can bold it so it looks a little bigger. I can pick a different font. I can use that, that reminds me of Toy Story for some reason. And then I could even go, you know what, I want it to be a little bit bigger. So now I'm just editing, right? I'm just customizing a little bit to make the labels look a little bit bigger, just like that. And then last but not least, I'm simply going to click preview and print down here. And look at all of them, boom, just like that, page by page. You can see I can preview all of the sheets up here. I can go across the top and everybody's labels are just like that for me, which is so cool to be able to do instead of having to, like I said, either write them all out and either having to type each label out. I merged my data with this template and now all I have to do is print it. And you can see right over here, I can print it myself or they will print them and ship them to me. Totally up to you how you want to do that, what works best for your workflow. But again, you can go to your big stores, your Staples, your Office Max, I was going to say Home Depot, that's not right, and buy these sheets of paper, these labels, so that you can do them yourself at home. So any quick questions? I know that it's, there's a few steps here, but basically the two main steps, if we were to really boil it down, is have a CSV of your contacts already cleaned up, if you can help it, and then go into Avery and import that data. And then boom, you've got peel and stick labels just like that. Any questions before we wrap and we start our BlueSync training? Cool. Well, we might have a chat in there. You're very welcome, Mac. Thank you for I always appreciate seeing that message at the end of these trainings. So thank you guys for your time. I'm going to get on our BombBomb training. It is at 9:45. Again, this is going to be on Schmidt Resources. It's going to be on Schmidt Video Classroom. It's going to be, thank you, Caitlin, everywhere. All the instructions will be there. And have a great St. Patty's Day. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, everyone.